Okay, this is the video example for number 6. Now, the actual problem asks you, it gives it to you in general form, but I think that most people chose maybe the wrong graph because they either forgot how to name A correctly or read H from the graph and maybe forgot to change the sign. So instead of having you do that, we wanted to draw attention to the difference between these graphs and then have you practice writing the equation on the left. So then that's still kind of getting you used to what it would look like in equation form. Even though it's not general form, that's fine. So if I'm looking at this video example and it's asking me to describe the difference between these two graphs, I'm noticing that they're both quadratic. But right away, I notice that this one is opening down and this one is opening up. So the difference between them is one of them is reflected. So the first one's reflected. The first graph is reflected. The second one's not. And there's another difference between them. If we look at our vertex here, my H, so if I name this coordinate is 4, 1. So this has an H of 4. If I look at this one, this coordinate is negative 4, 1. So this has an H of negative 4. So the graph on the left is shifted right 4, whereas the graph on the left is shifted left 4. So the reason I only wrote the stuff on the left here to really describe this is because this is the equation I'm going to write. So this is quadratic. So I need some kind of g of x or y. I'll just use a y. I know it's reflected, so it's negative. I know I have an h change, so I'm going to put that in parentheses. It's going to change sign, so this is a minus 4. And it's quadratic, so it's squared. And then I also have my k value here. So I'm asking you to do a couple things here. I'm asking you to tell me the difference between these two things, and sometimes there's only one difference. And then I'm also asking you to write the equation for the graph on the left. So you'll do the same two things for 6a and 6b.